Welcome to Sarco Showroom in Easton, PA in this episode of Unload. Founded in 1968 by the great-grandson of one of Smith & Wesson's founders, Daniel Wesson. Daniel B. Wesson II, his great-grandson, started Dan Wesson Firearms. And today we're going to look at a Model 15-2 SV firearm. Dan Wesson started the company in founded in 1968. Guns were produced in Monson, Massachusetts from 1971 to 92. This gun was made approximately in 1981. It's a .357 Magnum, 6-inch barrel. Dan Wesson Firearms had some unique features. The engineer who worked on this along with him was Carl Lewis, who was a Colt engineer. Some of the features on the gun: it's a transfer bar, coil springs, where many guns back then, revolvers, were made with a flat spring, and a clockwise rotation of the cylinder, which Mr. Lewis felt made the revolver stronger. Some unique features of a Dan Wesson: most revolvers at the time, the grip frame ran all the way around. On the Dan Wesson, there's a stud which allowed you to install a wider variety of grips sizes. All you had was a single screw up through here, tie into the grip frame, and you could change your grips. One thing anyone who's worked on a revolver can think of is the little flat screws that hold the side plate on. They went with a hex head, which made it easier to remove and more durable. Another feature which all Smith & Wesson revolvers had in the 80s, which they brought over to the Dan Wesson, was recess in the cylinder for the case heads. A unique feature about the Dan Wesson revolvers is most revolvers, the cylinder release is in the back. Up here, it's moved up front. Some people like it, some people don't. It did make for a strong locking mechanism. Front sight is also removable and replaceable with different front sights, and an adjustable rear sight in the back. When we look at this revolver, 6-inch barrel on it now, well, if you wanted a 2.5, a 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way up to a 15-inch barrel, was easy to install on the revolver. Early revolvers, this nut was exposed. Here we recess the nut with a special spanner tool, remove it, the shroud comes off, barrel unscrews, screw the new barrel in, set your gap, put the shroud on and twist it back. Nice blue finish on it. This particular gun, you can see we have some accessories that also with it. One thing you don't find too often, here's the cardboard shipping box. Dan Wesson letter, it's dated April 1st, 1981, so we can make a pretty good assumption this gun was produced in the first quarter of 1981. The instruction booklet, warranty card which has been filled out, and something that you very, very seldom see is the actual tool to take the barrel on and off, the torque wrench. Excellent guns if you shot any silhouette competition in the 70s or 80s. You were either shooting a Dan Wesson or you were competing against it. They made some, one caliber comes to mind, I think it was the 445 Magnum, which was a big, heavy gun. The frame size on this is about the size of a Python. Nice single action pull, nice double action pull. This would be great if you're a Dan Wesson collector. You don't get an opportunity too often to acquire a gun that has all of your original packaging with it and a gun in about 98% condition. So take a look at some additional pictures on it, some additional information on the website about it. We got Thanksgiving coming up next week, so everyone get ready for a nice turkey dinner. And remember, there's a lot of people out there that could use your help that are homeless in a shelter. If you can make a contribution to them, be great. And don't forget our little four-legged friends also could use a little uplifting in the holiday season. Till next time, shoot straight and have fun.